Inside an airplane is an employee who's recording a video showing what he does in a typical workday. As part of a cleaning crew, his main job is to clean planes that have just landed. This is something that he often does at night, especially with planes that are big enough to hold the most trash. But one night, he decides to do something different. Rather than leaving the plane that he just cleaned, he stays behind. Usually a cabin cleaner moves on to clean the next aircraft, but seeing that his work was done and that no passengers would board the plane for a while, he stays. Purely for the fun of it, he does this. But this experience was anything but fun, because as he hides in the back of the plane, this happens.
I know I'm not dumb enough to lift those shades up because I got my flash on in here. They're gonna catch my ass if they see. I ain't gonna lie to y'all though, it's mad cold in here. And it's dark. I mean, I know it doesn't look that dark on the camera, but it's dark. Let's go! Let's go! Right, sitting on the back of the plane. Y'all probably think I'm insane. Probably think I'm doing this for fame. Probably think I'm doing this for fame.
Caught off guard, he walks over to see if anyone's there, but to his shock, the space is completely empty. Somehow, the seatbelt flings out towards the aisle in a sudden motion without there being someone on the seat. It seemingly throws itself as if unbuckled by a passenger who's eager to get off the plane. Whatever it was that just happened scared the living daylights out of him, so much so that he scurries back to his hiding spot in the back of the plane. Hours pass, and he gets off the plane after personnel finds him inside. All in all, this experience has left him so rattled that he continues to share updates talking about this incident and mentioning how he should have stayed out of this plane. It goes without saying, but this incident has spooked him beyond belief.
Neredesin küçük kız? Seni bulamıyorum. Neredesin?
Mr. Walker.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Here I go to bed myself. What the fuck is that? What? Oh god!
Well, hey everybody, Pastor Aaron here. It's my pleasure just to announce that this Sunday will be open. Okay, we've been trying to do this announcement several times today already, and 3 times that podium back there has fallen over on its own, and it's stable. I mean, it's not wobbly at all. It's kind of like that podium has been wobbling. Okay, so we checked the vent. There's a vent there that is not an air duct that has any forced air at all, so it can't be wobbling from that. There's absolutely no breeze in here. You can see by the banner there. There's no air conditioning. It's these things. They're off. I don't know. So I'm just gonna sit here and watch it for a little bit, and we will. Let's see if it does it again. Ooh, that thing's moving. That hasn't been moving. That's new. Seriously, nothing else. There's no breeze. It's moving again.
Good morning, bushwhackers. Today we're venturing into the heart of the forest.
Dad! Why won't you wake up?
Poison is.
Dad!
We all know about it. You're afraid and it's not as
You're
common
still
as citizens.
breathing. Hello? I need an ambulance. It's for my dad. He's unconscious. I don't know what happened. I came to check on him, and all the lights were out. I think he was making dinner. But he won't wake up. I was able to get him onto the couch, but I think you need to send somebody. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Damn it! Okay. Maybe I'll take you to the hospital. What the hell, Dad? Every light bulb in the house? I can't think with this stupid thing. Dad!
Tom!
Dad? What are you doing? Dad?
Crazy all for the love of you. We're the carriage, but you look sweet upon the feet of the
This story was sent to me by one of you guys. I'm gonna put her username up here in case you guys have any questions. Again, thank you so much for letting me share this with everyone. This happened to my dad when he was an infant. All this happened in a small town in Michoacan called Tiquecheo? Oh my god, I should have practiced that. Tiquecheo? I'm gonna put it up here. My grandma till this day tells this story and it doesn't change. She is 13 or 14 years older than my dad, so she had him when she was really young, and of course back in the day there was no washer or dryers, so all the women would go to the river to wash clothes. So my grandma, being young and naive, took my dad to the river with her because she didn't have no one to watch him. Then a lady went up to her and said, "You know you aren't supposed to bring him here because the duendes, or as they called them, chaneques, are going to take him." My grandma didn't believe in that stuff. I can't recall if that night or the next day my dad started to get sick and my grandma took him to the doctor in the pueblo, but as the days went by, my dad kept getting worse to the point that my grandma till this day claims his ears were detaching from his head. She went back to the lady that told her about the chaneques and asked her what was happening to him, and she said, "I told you not to bring him to the river. Now the chaneques are trying to take his soul." Now my grandma, being a believer, asked her, "What do I need to do?" The lady took her to a curandera, and the curandera told her, "You need to go in the middle of the night back to the river and take a peace offering to the chaneques." So she took them cigars and liquor and pleaded to leave her son alone and not take his soul. Oh my god. Within days, my dad got better, and till this day everything is good and no scars on his ears. My dad doesn't believe this story, but my grandma swears by it. That is so terrifying. First of all, can you imagine being a teen mom and then you have to worry about duendes or chaneques? I guess the good thing here is your dad remembers nothing and doesn't even believe. And if that happened to me as a mom, how can I forget? I definitely believe your grandmother. But what do you guys think?
Okay, so I was in my room, I just heard a loud ass bang, and I know I have to record it so someone can believe me. Hello? That's my sister's dog. What the f...
It's not what I asked you. Is that you? Look, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me. See that? Come out. I'm not afraid of you. Come on out. You don't scare me. Come on out, pussy. Always trying to mess with me. Ooh! Oh, shit. No. Hell no. Hell no. Let me see. Hold on. Where am I? I'm here. Where am I now? Look, there I am, right there. Look, you see that? You see that? No. No.
In the following video, two friends are goofing off inside an indoor playground at a time when no one else is around.
Shot me 3 times. You're good. Where'd you go?
It's late at night, and the restaurant where the kids' play area is located isn't being occupied by children. So, with not much else to do, both friends rush over to the restaurant's playground to have some fun. However, it would be during this playful moment that something pretty creepy is caught on camera. The following is what they caught. Take a look.
Jesus. Okay, this is my POV. Enjoy. This is where I have to get up to. This is really hard. I feel too big to do this. Do you call us out of breath? Yeah. Wait, where'd you go, left or right? I went left. Which way do I go? I feel like I'm in Alice in Wonderland. Okay, she went that way. Freaky. Yours is brighter, mine's all dark. Okay. You guys, I can't do this. I feel like I keep bumping my head too. That's crazy. There's like actually cat here. This is literally for human hamsters. Oh my god, someone bashed in this window. I feel like this is...
Neither friend had realized what was caught until much later, and the one recording this didn't hear anything while taking the video. The only voice heard was her friend's, who was somewhere far off in the jungle gym. The other voice was completely missed, but not by the camera's mic, as apparently a child's voice is captured.
Yours is brighter, mine's all dark.
It isn't clear as to what's being said or whispered, but it sounds like the babbling noise you'd hear from a young child. For this reason, viewers think that this might have been the ghost of a child who hasn't left the playground. If that's the case, then who knows what else happens at night when no one else is around. While it isn't exactly certain what was caught, both friends were creeped out by this clip. But unfortunately, like most videos, this one remains a mystery.
The following video comes from a man named Bobby, and in this footage, Bobby is standing outside of his daughter's room where a strange noise was just heard. He checks on his daughter to see if she's okay, but hesitates to go inside. There's something in this room that scares him. Now, Bobby is someone who I featured in a previous video. Bobby and his daughter live inside an apartment where strange and unexplainable things have been happening for a while. From toys that seemingly move on their own as though possessed by something, to the sound of footsteps coming out of nowhere, this small family has had a fair share of unusual experiences.
Nah, get out of here, man. But at least y'all caught that part. Yo. Well, I'm good.
Bobby believes that his home is being haunted by the spirit of a little girl who previously lived in this apartment. According to his landlord, the young girl passed away from cancer. Viewers believe that the little girl is trying to play with his daughter since most of the activity occurs in her bedroom. One day, Bobby's daughter is taking a nap when a strange noise is heard from inside her room. Feeling a bit scared, he takes a look and captures this.
What is that? See, it ain't my daughter because she's napping right there on the bed. It sounds like her closet door though. Try not to wake her up. I don't know. So she's snapping right there. I'm trying not to wake her up. I don't know what that was though. She is soft. Whatever it was not even waking her up. Nah. Come on, man, she's in here sleeping. Come on, man. You need to get out of her room. Dude, I'm telling that thing was closed, right? Come on, man. Now why is she sleeping? Man, I am good on that. You need to get out of her room. Play somewhere else. What the thing?
As Bobby walks over to his daughter, who's a heavy sleeper, the closet behind him opens by itself without warning. Considering how often strange things happen at home, Bobby is used to this, which might explain his calm demeanor. He waits patiently for something else to happen while keeping an eye on his daughter. Fortunately, nothing happens, but this incident was enough to keep Bobby on his toes. He continues to watch over his daughter in case something like this happens again. Just like the previous incidents, this mysterious occurrence has yet to be solved.
Hey, I know you're a fucking mimic. I've seen you all over TikTok and stuff like that. If you want to mimic my voice, that's fine. But if you're gonna live under here, you at least have to pay rent. You got it? Fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Then what's your name then?
The number you have dialed, 911, has been
The family dog perks up as a bright light flashes and what looks like a pale little face seems to peek out of the door. Then a shadowy figure about the size of a child seems to be standing in the hallway before disappearing, just as the little pale face peeks out of the door again. Brandis and her husband Sky have never posted or even experienced anything paranormal, and they say they have no idea what this could be.
Here are 5 of the best horror thrillers for you to watch right now on Tubi. Now before we get into that, if you love all things horror, all things spooky just as much as I do, be sure to hit that follow button. Eden Lake follows a young couple on a romantic weekend break at a remote lake house who are being terrorized by a group of delinquents. They're in the fight for survival, and it's a pretty tough situation to survive in. This movie's terrifying. It's gonna have you on the edge of your seat. If you love home invasion horror movies, you're definitely gonna enjoy this one. Low Lies follows a road tripping family who are forced to put their survival instincts to the test when they have no other choice. That's because they stay at a remote homestead for the night. This movie has so many twists and turns. This is my biggest surprise horror movie of 2024. It's an absolute banger, trust me. You Shouldn't Have Let Me In follows a group of girls who invite a handsome stranger into their home, and they soon realize that they shouldn't have done that. That's because they find out bro is a vampire and he's looking for a bride. So if you're a fan of vampire movies such as myself, give this one a watch. You might enjoy it. Pray for the Bride follows a group of bridesmaids who are in danger after they encounter a man who's wearing a wolf mask as he's out for revenge for the death of his friend. Whether or not they have something to do with it, they're gonna pay the price for his death. Now this is another movie that's gonna have you on the edge of your seat. It's thrilling, your heart's gonna be pounding out of your chest, hairs on the back of your neck standing up. It's definitely a fun one if you ask me. Cabin Girl follows an influencer who moves into an isolated cabin, and there she learns that the home has a dark history. And it's safe to say that she should have done her research before moving into it. So if you want a good supernatural paranormal horror movie, something with some twists and turns, a good mystery to it, this is the one for you, so for sure check it out.
I don't give two shits what anybody says. The movie I'm about to talk about is one of the scariest I've seen. And have I talked about it before? Absolutely. And am I going to talk about it again? Absolutely, because if you have not seen it and you want something scary to watch, you need to see it. I mean, look at that. Horror fans, the movie I'm talking about is Anything for Jackson, starring Julian Richings. You may know him from Supernatural. So the story follows this couple right here, Henry and Audrey. And they just lost their only grandson, Jackson, in a sudden car accident. So Audrey is completely grief-stricken and she is completely lost. So Henry comes up with a plan. Now keep in mind, they are both practicers of Satanism. Henry is a very rich doctor. So Henry kidnaps this pregnant lady and plans to perform a reverse exorcism on her to put their grandson Jackson into her belly as the baby so they can have Jackson back. However, once they do this ritual, they will realize that Jackson is not the only ghost that they will have to see or put up with, and it gets very scary. And this scene, if you have seen Anything for Jackson, please let me know your feedback in the comments. Also, if you plan to watch it. If you're new here, hit that follow button if you enjoy everything horror.
There was a man named Charles from Chicago who falls in love with this woman, and she has 2 children. They end up getting married, and he becomes a stepfather for the first time. Now he wants to impress his stepdaughters, so he gets them American Girl doll. So he takes them to the store, and they pick out this doll, and they take it home, and the girls love it. They're playing with this doll all the time. Now one day, Charles is in his bedroom when he hears his youngest stepdaughter, Abigail, start screaming. So he runs as fast as he can into her bedroom, but Abigail is just sitting there playing with this doll. And so he goes, Abigail, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why were you screaming? And she goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't screaming. And this happens several more times. And he starts to suspect that maybe they are uncomfortable with him being their new stepdad, and this is sort of how they are responding or reacting to it. So he says, never mind, I'll forget about it. Until one day, he starts noticing that his daughter Abigail is talking to this doll and having full-on conversations. And when he asks Abigail, what do you talk to your doll about? And he goes, well, my doll, her name is Molly. And Molly says she wants to trade bodies with me, and that I can be the doll and she can be me. And he thinks, Abigail just has this young kid's imagination. So one day, they're sitting downstairs watching TV, and all of a sudden he hears Abigail scream again. Except he realizes Abigail is sitting across from him on the couch. So he runs upstairs into Abigail's room where the screaming is coming from, and he finds the doll just sitting there in her room in a chair. So he realizes this is the doll that is making the screaming sounds that sounds exactly like Abigail. So he runs up, he grabs the doll, and he starts shaking it. Leave my daughter alone, leave my daughter alone. You are not my daughter, leave her alone. And then he realizes, wait a second, that this is stupid, this is just a doll. So he sets it down, he walks out of the room, but when he gets to the door, he hears the doll respond, but I'm your daughter, Daddy. And it sounded exactly like Abigail. So immediately he grabs this doll and he says, no more, we're not having this doll in the house. He puts it in a box and he calls up this paranormal investigator and says, hey, do you want this doll? It's doing all this weird stuff. I don't want it in my house anymore. Maybe you can keep it secure or do something with it. So he sends it to this paranormal investigator out in Cincinnati. Except when the paranormal investigator gets this box in Cincinnati, he's like, hey, I thought you were sending me an American Girl doll. And he's like, yeah, that's what I sent you. And the paranormal investigator goes, no, this is a teddy bear. This isn't an American Girl doll. And that's when the father realizes, whoa, this thing got out of the box and put a teddy bear into the box. And it is somewhere around out there waiting.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I found, it was live streaming and then I found this, that's like I found this bone. And it looks like a hip bone of a human, and it looks like it's been cut off. You can leave. And that looks like the bit that you put a leg into.
go shower. Please, Daniel. Dad.
This clear Bigfoot video allegedly comes from a while back. The exact time frame is unknown, but it was highlighted in 2024. It's believed the footage comes from a trail camera deep in a forest somewhere in the US. Here it is. The video is insanely clear and close up. We can see every detail on the supposed creature's body. It has Neanderthal-like facial features, like a mix between a primate and a human. But the most impressive thing about this Sasquatch in particular is its muscle definition. It's absolutely shredded. It has a defined set of abs, broad, strong shoulders, and insanely muscular arms. Now, skeptics are arguing that this video is AI or CGI because it's so clear and so close up. They think it's too good to be true. However, Bigfoot is often described as having an extremely muscular and powerful physique, just like the one in this video. Witnesses often describe broad shoulders up to 4 feet wide with a heavily muscled chest, back, and arms. Their trapezius and deltoid muscles are especially pronounced, giving them a hunched or no-neck appearance. Some alleged sightings, including the Patterson-Gimlin film, suggest that muscle movement is visible beneath the fur, especially when Bigfoot is in motion, hinting at a low body fat percentage relative to its size. So all of this being said, do you guys think the footage is legit?
Stay! No! Bishop, stop! Bishop, stop! It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. Calm down.
You ain't Joni. You're not a Skinwalker.
Red. Red.
You ever heard of the red door, yellow door game?
No, I don't think I heard of
You
it.
haven't?
No.
Oh my! No, this is recent. Like everybody is putting their phone down and literally recording them playing the game. So I'll show you a video after. So you have one person that's like laying on their back, right? And another person is going like this, right, to their brain. So the whole point of the game is try to hypnotize the other person so they can visualize our different sets of doors, right?
Yeah.
And the whole point of it is like, you can open any door you want, but you have to be careful of which door you open, right? So there's 3 rules. The first rule, if you see a guy in an all-black suit, you have to end the game immediately.
Why?
Or else
Why?
he'll kill you in that dream, in that hypnosis.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So if you die like in the dream,
You'll actually, like, there's actually people that went out of the dream traumatized too, because they were that close. So second rule, if you see any demons or thing talking to you, don't talk to them in that dream. And the last one, if you get trapped in a room full of clocks, you have to get out right away, or you might stay in that room your whole life.
Oh shit.
So I'll show you the video. This girl and she did it to her brother. So they got fucking scared once shit happened.
Yeah.
So look. She was leading him through.
Wait, dude. It's all playing black man. Are you okay? Are you okay?
No.
Fam, the little boy said, an all plain black man. She had to wake it up right away. He would have been killed in that dream, fam.
There are very far-ranging advantages and features to the technology.
On March 20th, 1998, an inventor ran out of a restaurant yelling, "They poisoned me." Minutes later, he's dead, and his invention could have ended the oil industry. Stanley Mayer was a backyard inventor from Ohio, but what he claimed to build sounded like something out of a sci-fi movie. A car that ran on water, no gas, no oil, just H2O. He called it the water fuel cell. It split water into hydrogen and oxygen, using hydrogen to power an engine. If this was real, it meant anyone could fuel their vehicle with just tap water, and the entire oil industry would collapse overnight. That's when the threat started. Stanley told his brother he was being followed, watched. He claimed oil companies had offered him billions to walk away or let them buy and bury the tech. He refused. Then came that night. Stanley sat down for dinner with two Belgian investors. His brother was right beside him. Everything seemed normal until Stanley took a sip of cranberry juice. Suddenly, he clutched his throat, shot up from his chair, and stumbled out of the door. Outside, he screamed, "They poisoned me," and collapsed. He died minutes later. The autopsy ruled it as a brain aneurysm, no poison in his system. The case was closed. But here's where things get dark. His prototype, gone. His blueprints vanished. And the investors, they fled the country immediately after his death. To this day, his brother swears he was murdered. Some believe the oil industry silenced him, but that's just a theory. What do you guys think really happened to Stanley? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below, and follow for more true crime stories like this. Brah!